All right, let's go to Denver, where Russ Wilson needs to figure some things out. And I think, Emory, I'll come to you first. I think this goes a long way in doing that. They got Marvin Mims, the wide receiver out of Oklahoma. We talked about the smallest wide receivers. He's 5'11", but he's only about 180. Ran into the 4.3s. We talked to him at the combine. He is sharp as a tack. He has an edge to him, and he is an absolute playmaker. He plays inside or out. I'll get to you in a second here. He's going to play inside at the next level. Rick will tell you he has return ability. Why you like him?
Well, I'll worry about the fit because you have Sutton, you have Judy, you have Tim Patrick coming back healthy.
KJ Hamler.
So that with the same type of guy. Now it's a new coaching staff, new regime. What do I want to do? But Mims, I love the player, love the fit in terms of what he can do. But where is he going to fit, Rick?
Well, look at the durability of all the guys that you just.
Great point.
And and who says one of those don't get moved before the start of the season, especially if, as a general manager, if you have a bucket full at the position, that there's opportunities to potentially move those guys right before the season if other teams have significant injuries as well. So you always, you can never have enough.
Mm-hmm. DeAndre Swift just got moved because they had a bucket full of running backs.
And the other thing, too, I just want to make a point, is that what Detroit did with Hawkinson, what Detroit did with Swift is that they were coming up on their rookie deals. They're not going to re-sign them, or they made a decision as an organization, okay, we're not going to take that type of money and spend it on those players because they're good players, but you're going to have to pay. Now I can go ahead and draft, get a cheaper player that is going to be just as good, and then I can move and gain extra draft capital. So if a team doesn't want to sign them or know they're not going to sign them to an extension, then go ahead and move them. And I thought Brad Holmes has done a phenomenal job doing that. Now, he gets heat outside. How can you give away Hawkinson? How can you give away Swift? Look who's coming in, Laporta and Gibbs.
Yeah, and you could argue pretty easily that those are upgrades.
Yeah.
And they got something in return in the trade value. All right, my hidden gem for the Broncos. They got Drew Sanders, a player I liked a lot that had some first-round buzz, the off-ball linebacker / edge rusher out of Arkansas by way of Alabama. And then Riley Moss, Rick's Riley Moss. He ran in the 4.4s. I didn't think he played that fast, but Rick, he is one of the smartest players in this draft. You brought me around on him. Tell me about Riley Moss and whether he's going to play outside, slot, or maybe.
What do you think? Do you think he's going to play outside?
I'll tell you like I tell.
I mean, this is your sleeper. He's not a sleeper, in my opinion, but you can pick the low-hanging fruit.
Well, it's not low. You thought he's a first-round pick, so not a sleeper in your eyes, but, that's a conversation for another time. I think you start him at cornerback. The same conversation I had about Skoronski. You put him out there at left tackle. Either you can do it or you can't, and then you move him inside. But I think he is so smart, and you've talked about this countless times. You don't have to be a genius to play cornerback, but you do have to be smart to play safety, and I think he's more than smart enough to be the captain of the defense, if you will.
Yeah, no, he's a very good football player. I think he answered some questions down at the Senior Bowl as well. Because you saw him in man coverage as a corner against the receivers. And, the question, and you said this, can he run fast enough? Well, in my opinion, when he turned and ran with a lot of the speed receivers down at the Senior Bowl, there was no question he was going to be able to run. He's instinctive. He can find the ball in the air, and he's a solid run support, and he'll come up and hit you.
Yeah, he did some things on tape that seemed like he was playing 8D chess while everyone out there was playing checkers. Speaking of playing checkers,
Iowa has some pretty good football players, right? They always do.
Not on offense outside of Laporta. And maybe Van Ness and Riley should have been playing offense. Maybe that's the problem there. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. Draft season's officially over, guys. But we're not going anywhere. This draft podcast will be around forever with the first pick. Me and Rick Spielman. We'll get Emory Hunt on there, too. Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching.